All right, let's get right to it. A couple weeks removed from the UFC 129, but there's kind of a couple big things that came from it. Like everybody was expecting to see the announcement of GSP, or at least the build to GSP Anderson Silva, but it looks so much like we're going that direction now.
I thought beforehand it was leaning that way anyways. George St. Pierre said that, in order to go up to 185, he would have to gain weight. There's kind of like nothing to gain, a lot to lose. My prediction actually was, and hopefully we'll see it come true, was that if George St. Pierre won, Nick Diaz would be his next fight. And the reason being is not, Nick Diaz is a great fighter. I probably think if any fighter in Strikeforce deserves a crossover, it's his teammate, Gilbert Melendez. However, GSP is pretty much moved out the welterweight division. There's not any compelling fights. People are upset because of the style he fights. And lo and behold, you got Nick Diaz, who's on a 10-fight win streak, has talked about going into boxing because he's upset with the fights he's been getting and the money and everything. And he's a teammate of Jake Shields. And now his teammate lost, and there's Nick Diaz on a 10-fight win streak. And so a lot of people would say, wait a minute, George, why are you going up to 185 pounds? You haven't cleared out the welterweight division. It's a true statement. And now that Zuffa is Strikeforce as well, it's a fight that they can make happen. It's a fight I think should happen. Nick Diaz has fought in the UFC before. He's been fighting, he's like 28 years old. It seems like he's been fighting forever. I think it's a very compelling matchup, and I think that's a fight we're going to see.
And one more thing I'm going to touch on also is maybe recently, but a little bit ago, Gina Carano looks like she's going to finally be returning back to the...
Yeah, June 18th, the interesting thing is, I don't know if it's as big of an announcement as it was, like before, like Gina Carano. The women fighters have established themselves somewhat. She's fighting on a card that she does not have to carry. That's the Strikeforce Grand Prix. We got Alistair Overeem against Fabricio Verdun. We got Josh Barnett versus Brett Rogers. So you've already got some great fights on there. And then Gina Carano stepping on there. It's going to add something to it. But we've seen a 115-pound women's tournament in Bellator. We've seen Christine Cyborg Santos. We've seen Mario Skunin come back in the last event, or not 2 events ago, pulled out a victory. So I think the women's fighters are more established. Obviously, have a name like Gina in there will help the women, and possibly make Dana White say, yeah, we're going to keep the women around in some form. Do they stay in the Strikeforce? Do they keep Strikeforce? Does Strikeforce become a women's organization just for the women only? It'll be very interesting to see. But one thing will be hard to gauge the numbers, because there's already been a lot of hype for this heavyweight Grand Prix. So I believe people are going to be watching it for the Grand Prix. And oh, by the way, Gina Carano's fighting, not like, oh, we have to go see Gina Carano, and oh, by the way, there's a heavyweight Grand Prix. People will wait for this Grand Prix for a while.
All right, that's going to do it for part 1. Join us next week as we break down UFC 130, because we're 1 day away from it, and a little bit we'll talk about some of the injuries that have been happening to the UFC that have kind of changed a lot of the summer cards, especially with UFC 130. All right.